Dear Mrs. Taylor, MEPs, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about the needs of higher education and research in the context of copyright reform. Many changes will take place regarding copyright in Europe thanks to the reform. I will not tackle all issues, but I will focus on my field of expertise, text and data mining, and explain why this aspect of the copyright reform is so important for the future of European research. So why is higher education and research concerned about the copyright reform? Because the future will be heavily innovation-driven. We all know the huge ambition of Europe regarding innovation. European leaders do consider that the future will be intensively innovation-driven. And de facto, the most innovative companies are currently in a leadership position in Europe and the world. Universities do develop ambitious strategies nowadays to support research and innovation. Last but not least, innovation is more and more collaborative. No company, no university is able to innovate alone today. Public and private sectors need to collaborate more than ever. And text and data mining is a powerful way to achieve disruptive innovation. So what is TDM? Europe is giving a pretty long definition of what is TDM. Let's make it simple. TDM is just another way to read, machine read, in order to be able to get access to huge amounts of resources and content. What does the research community expect? In fact, TDM is leading to major scientific innovation. A number of studies indicate nowadays that TDM can increase the efficiency of research, increase coverage of literature reviews, cut down manual work, automate information retrieval, accelerate discoveries. The scope of TDM is including each and every field of research and economical development. All fields of research will benefit from TDM. Let's imagine the near future. We will feed computer with large amounts of literature in order to help artificial intelligence learn languages and develop better translation systems. We will build large databases with medical case studies harvested from scientific literature to help research in the fields of rare disease, for example. We will look for systemic correlations between facts and economical changes, mining large databases publicly accessible. And why do we need TDM? Well, at the moment, we produce each day 2.5 quintillion bytes, meaning 2.5 hard drives, just like the one you have in your computer, every day. We produce 2.5 million scientific articles per annum. So it means that zero, it's the number of researchers that can keep up nowadays. We definitely need disruptive methods, and TDM is one of them. What is the problem with the current EU legal context? Let's give a citation from a recent publication. Quoting, "Academic studies have shown that countries in which academic researchers must acquire the express consent of right holders to conduct lawful data mining exhibit a significantly lower share of data mining research outputs relative to the total research output." And what is the result? Citation again. "The European ecosystem for engaging in text and data mining remains highly problematic. The end result, Europe is being leapfrogged by rising interest in other regions, notably Asia." So what do we expect? We expect a simple, clear, full, and European-wide exception for text and data mining for research to be able to mine content lawfully accessible. We believe that the right to read is the right to mine. Let's repeat it because it's very important for us. The right to read is the right to mine. Three barriers need to be overcome: uncertainty, fragmentation, restrictiveness. If you want to have much more details regarding that, there is a European project, Future TDM, with giving much more details about these barriers. So the road is long to embrace TDM. To achieve that, we need to start with a convenient legal framework. That's the EU directive regarding copyright. So what needs to happen? We need first to communicate legal provisions for TDM with certainty and clarity. The copyright reform is central regarding that issue. Researchers need to know what they can and what they can't do with absolutely no ambiguity. Research does not care about national boundaries, especially in a digital world. We need a common and mandatory legal framework for all Europe, optional exceptions at a national level are nothing but a burden for research community. We need to clarify the exception scope, where public researchers collaborate with commercial partners. Research is collaborative nowadays. Universities between themselves, but far more important, universities with private companies. Research and economical development are deeply linked. Universities are creating startups, innovation, and added value. So, the EU directive has to be an enabler to support collaborative research and economical development driven by research. We need also to let the researchers do their research with as little impediment as possible. The exception for TDM must not be weakened or blocked by any technical measure, such as TPMs. The exception for TDM must not be limited by APIs imposed by publishers. No content provider should try to tell the research community what content they should mine and how they should do it. Researchers want to build their own mining strategy. But it's also good to monitor the interaction of the copyright exception with other relevant legal regimes. Publishers and content providers can provide tools for the research community to mine content, as long as researchers are free not to use them. Advanced TDM services and clauses can be included in licenses as long as the exception is not overreadable. So, thanks for listening, and let's make TDM a reality in Europe.